No Hard Feelings is a comedy that just came out on Netflix. It was in theaters a couple months ago, starring Jennifer Lawrence. She's playing a role that I really like her in, where she's kind of herself and a little bit trashy and exaggerated for humor. It kind of reminds me of Silver Linings Playbook. That movie had much more serious tone because of the mental health stuff. That was a really good movie though. I would say she's playing a character somewhat similar to that. So if you like her in that, you'll probably like her in this. So the basic premise, if you haven't seen the trailer, is Matthew Broderick is the dad of Andrew Barth Feldman, who's Percy in the movie. And he's just an awkward kid. He took a year off from high school and then he's going to Princeton. And Jennifer Lawrence is a girl who's kind of down on her luck. She lost her car. She can't afford one, so she's working on rollerblades, or she's commuting on roller skates to get there. And the dad and mom put out an ad for someone to date their son, and they're going to give them a car in return. And the movie definitely has some funny stuff in it, but the premise makes it kind of weird to me. Like, it is funny, and it's probably worth watching once, but the premise kind of loses me. And it's one of those things where I wonder if it had been slightly different, if I would have enjoyed the movie a lot more. Because the kid is 19, and Jennifer Lawrence, I don't know how old she is in real life, but she's playing a 32-year-old. So it's a 32-year-old dating a 19-year-old. And I think it would have worked better for me if either the parents hadn't been so explicit that she needed to sleep with him, because it pretty much makes her a prostitute, or if the age gap was a little bit different. Like, I don't see why they wouldn't just say, oh, she's 25 or 24. I mean, obviously Jennifer Lawrence looks young, and even if you think she looks like an old 24-year-old, it's not going to ruin the movie. And I'm not going to say my actual age, but her age in this movie is very close to my own. And the idea of dating a 19-year-old is just weird to me. And I know that people have big age gaps when they date, but there's a big difference in a 30-year-old dating a 40-year-old than a 32-year-old dating a 19-year-old. I mean, it's not illegal, or I wouldn't moralize or anything about it. It's just strange. But the fact that Matthew Broderick in the movie and the mother are both like, we want you to fuck him, makes it just kind of a lot to deal with to me, because she's prostituting herself. I mean, he's a teenager and pretty much a child. And, you know, even for me, when I was in grad school, I was 23, and I remember seeing the freshmen show up to campus. And even then, when I was only 5 years older than them, I was like, man, they are kids. Like, just your whole mentality and mindset is vastly different when you're a working adult compared to a kid out of high school, even if numerically you're not that far apart. But, you know, if you don't mind language and kind of goofy, trashy humor, and if you like Jennifer Lawrence, obviously she's good in it. And the kid who plays the main guy, I haven't heard of him before, but he does a good job being like the awkward, kind of Michael Cera-esque teenager. So overall, you know, if you have an hour and a half to kill one night, not wanting to watch anything too serious, I'd recommend it. I don't think it's some classic movie. Like, it's not going to be the next Hangover or anything. It's one of those that's fun to watch once. And it's been so long since I've seen a comedy. Yeah, I think it was just good to mix it up for me. Because unfortunately, comedies are either not funny or just not that common now. I guess because the superhero movies have taken over the box office and all that. And then obviously the whole people being scared to offend thing. But yeah, I don't want to go too long in this. I don't really have a ton to say. I just thought it was a decently funny movie, and, you know, I wanted to recommend it if you have a little bit of time to kill. We could certainly use more comedies. So, all right, that's it for me for this one. See ya. Thanks.